Lily, today you'll be coming over here, right? Could you do me a favor and grab some bread on your way? We're out of white bread.
Wait, Angela, are you at your parents' house right now?
Well, yes, it's my home too, isn't it? It's only natural for me to be here. My husband's out of town, so I thought I'd come home to avoid feeling lonely.
Really? I'll see if Davis can stop by the bakery and get the bread you want.
What? I thought I asked you to get the bread for me.
What? But we're already on the road and almost there.
I'm not spying on you, but I do know about the little bun in your oven. You should still be able to get some bread for me. You're due next month, right? So, no heavy lifting for you.
Bread? Heavy? Fine then. Oh, and by the way, the baby's already here.
What?
Our little one decided to come early. We were planning on introducing the baby to everyone today.
What? Why didn't I hear about this? Did you keep this a secret from me?
About that. I know that you really don't like kids. So Davis said we should wait for things to calm down a bit so that you don't get too upset with us. That's why we kept you out of the loop.
Shut up! You think you can just hide things from me because you're some dog? You need to stop screwing around, you idiot!
Angela, I'm not going to forgive you for that. I've told the police about this, and we'll take you to court to sue you. So you'd better get prepared.
Huh? What are you going on now? I have no idea what that all means. What do you mean you're gonna sue me? I didn't do a dang thing.
You have no reason to be saying that now. When I brought my baby over to see their grandparents after we had only just gotten out of the hospital a few days ago, you came up to me screaming that you're supposed to have your baby first, and then you punched me. You're getting sued is what has to happen now.
What? You're upset that I had to do it because you screwed around too much. It's your fault for keeping the birth of your child from me. So you're the one who should be blamed. You came here acting all high and mighty right in front of my face, which pretty much meant you were asking for a punch to the face.
I can't believe this. If I'd known you were actually going to be at your parents', I would have never come today.
Whenever I choose to be at my parents' house has nothing to do with you. And it's your fault for not asking before you got on the road.
But even still, that doesn't mean you punch me for it. Especially when I'm carrying my daughter in my arms. If you've got a problem with me that you can't deal with properly, then you handle it when my baby isn't around. But to be honest, there is never a reason to be punching another person over something like this. You didn't even talk to me about any of this. Instead, choosing to just punch me without me knowing why.
Oh, you talk too much. Who the hell do you think you are? Are you trying to be a dog by having a baby before your sister-in-law? I can't just sit here and let a freak who can't follow the rules get away with something like that without getting beat up.
You're definitely never getting my forgiveness for any of this.
What are we gonna do then? Should I be worried that the family idiot might try to do something to me anytime soon? It's not even like what happened is anything to be that upset about.
You punched me in the face and sent me into the wall while I had my daughter in my arms, where she almost smacked her head on the wall.
And so what, Lily? It's perfectly fine for someone like you to get punched every once in a while, right?
Andrew, can we talk?
Well, hello, Lily. It's been a while since I last saw you, right after your baby was born. How are you doing? It's your first time being a mom, so it must be exhausting, right? If you need any help with anything, just let me know and I'll be there.
Thank you, Andrew. Actually, there is something I need to ask you.
Sure thing. What is it? If you need me to do some chores or something, I'm free every day.
Actually, I'm on my way to the hospital right now. Davis is taking care of the baby, and I need you to bring my purse and some things to me. You're my brother, so I thought you'd be up for it.
What? You're going to the hospital? What happened? Are you okay?
I'm going for a checkup. My head is blooding. But I'll tell you more later, okay?
Okay, but Lily, are you sure you're fine? You were shot in the head, right? Maybe you should stay in the hospital a bit longer for observation.
Andrew, the doctor already told me that I'll be fine. Besides, I have to get back for caring for my daughter. I don't have time to waste.
You're quite the mother, aren't you? But if you're not well yourself, how will you take care of your child? Please don't push yourself too hard. You were already moving around a lot at the hospital, and even fell asleep mid-story because you were so tired. Can you tell me what happened?
Before I get into that, there's one more thing I need to ask of you.
What is it? Anything for you.
This isn't about helping with my baby. I need you to be my lawyer. There aren't many lawyers I trust as much as you. So this time, I want you by my side in court. Sorry for asking this of you.
Don't worry about it. I'll represent you no matter what happened. But what's important is your injury. It wasn't an accident, was it?
Actually, today I took my baby to meet her grandparents for the first time. While holding her in my arms, my sister-in-law punched me. She put all her strength into that punch and sent me flying into a wall. I did everything to protect my baby and shielded her with my body. When I came to, the EMTs were carrying me out of the house.
What? What was she thinking doing that to my little sister and niece?
Luckily, my baby wasn't injured, and I got off relatively lightly considering how hard she hit me. But because of the punch, I have a black eye and a slight concussion as well as some bruising on my back and arms.
What is wrong with her? And where was Davis when all this happened? The fact that he hasn't said anything about this yet. Something doesn't sit right with me.
Davis has always been on my side, Andrew. He and his sister have always been at odds, and she took out her anger on me today. She's done this before to him too. So maybe I should have seen this coming.
Punching old little brother all the time was already messed up.
When I confronted her about it, she denied everything and even had the nerve to blame me. She called me names, and I was stupid enough to hope for an apology from her.
That's outrageous. How could she attack you, especially when you've just given birth and we're holding your baby? She won't get away with this. Lily, leave this to me. I'll make sure anyone who thinks it's okay to hurt others, especially you, will pay for their actions in jail. She'll get what she deserves.
Thank you, Andrew. What should I do in a situation like this? I guess avoiding her is the best thing to do, right?
I would never advise you to go near her after what she's done, but we'll need more proof of her violence for court. I'll use your text messages as evidence, and I want you to collect any other evidence that might help us in court. Maybe you could record your conversations with her? Just make sure to get out of there if things get worse.
Okay, I'll do my best. I'll make sure my daughter is safe at her grandparents' house.
And I'll do everything in my power to protect both of you. Right now, though, you need to rest and heal. We'll need all your strength to gather the evidence that will win us the case. Be ready for anything from her. I'll come over tomorrow to check on you again.
Angela, just as I told you yesterday, I've gotten myself a lawyer. And so, with that, I'll make sure to cross you. I want you to be ready for when that day comes.
Why would I be preparing for that? You are a freaking idiot. Stupid dogs like you always try to make yourselves look all big and tough, don't you? You're probably nothing but talk right now. And how could you even get a lawyer when you have no money right now? Do you not understand how much it'll cost you to take me to court? And without evidence, things won't end in your favor. But I guess some people are too far gone to be helped, huh?
Angela, why do you have to go so far to treat me like that? I know that for a long time now, you've had these things against me. But you've never even talked to me before because you hated me so much.
Well, I went to a far better university than my dunce brother, and I ended up marrying an elite. So I have the right to pick on all of you lowlifes. You, on the other hand, came from nowhere with nothing but a high school diploma. And your parents are nowhere to be found, right? You and I are nothing alike. And like I've said before, you're a dog, and I'm your master. However, at some point along the way, you started to hide things from me. And now I've had to step up my game for your actions. Do you see now? I have to be extreme with you.
Well, if you'd been trying to put me back down, you've already shown me that by what you did the other day. But to be honest, I don't even remember hiding anything from you, Angela.
Really? Are you really saying that right now? This is the reason that I hate talking to idiots like you all the time. Listen, you're hiding from me that you had your baby before I could have mine is just bullcrap. There is an order to things in this world, and yet you seem to have never learned that. Did you not learn back in preschool about all of that? You have to follow the order, right? This is the reason you're like a dog, you freak.
Ugh, I can't do this. You've been married for 5 years now, and the reason you still haven't had a baby of your own is because you and that elite husband of yours don't get along too well anymore, right? And also, your husband is overseas right now, correct? So the two of you can't even find the chance to have a baby right now. So I don't get why you think I need to wait for you guys when you're taking so long.
Shut the hell up! It's your fault for not following the order and doing everything without my permission. Even with all the disrespect you've shown me, I'd expect a simple apology from you. Ugh, Lily, is all this crap from some lawyer you're doing? What is all of this? I got things here from the court, and even more things from your lawyer. What the hell is going on here? Did you really end up getting some money to do something? Because it seems that way.
Nice to meet you. I'm one of the lawyers from McDonald's law firm. My name is Andrew. As of right now, all of those documents that you've been given is due to the mistreatment of my little sister. And so this time, I'll be acting as a lawyer in this case.
Huh? So you're that idiot's brother that I talked to long ago? So that must make you an idiot as well, right? I'm not gonna let you fool me right now.
Although I am acting as a lawyer for my client, she is still my younger sister. I'm not letting you get away with what you did to her. And since you committed the perfect crime, I'm going to make sure you're taken in for it.
Don't you even try to look down on me like that. There's no way a freak like Lily could actually have a brother. That's a lawyer, of all things. I'm surprised to have gotten something from the court, but after thinking about all of this, I can see what's going on here. You must be that dog's secret lover or something. You've been trying all along to act as though you're her older brother, but I can see right through it all now.
Secret lover, huh? I'm sure that if that were the case, you'd be better off. But because I'm her older brother, that'll never happen. So don't even try saying something so disrespectful. My sister is an amazing woman, and she'd never cheat on her husband.
What are you talking about? You're disgusting. If you really are her brother, then why are you working so hard to protect her like you're together with her?
I think you'll understand the reason why. Love my sister enough to do anything for her. Both of us lost our parents in an accident. At that time, we were given all the money from our parents, which let me get into college. But at that time, Lily was still in high school. And so even though I was working to become a lawyer, I also made sure to play the part of her parents. I worked a full-time job while going to school, and I am so happy that all my work paid off in raising such a beautiful sister. And because of that, I can say that I really am in love with my sister more than anyone else, and I'm willing to give it all to her.
There's nothing more disgusting than a man who's so in love with his little sister. You both should be fighting each other, not being all in love and everything. I can see now why you both are such freaks.
Well, if you think that my definition of love meant something sexual, then that's on you. But what's so wrong with my wanting to love my sister and care for her?
Huh?
In my case, the only family I have left is her. So wouldn't it make sense that all the love I have would go to her and nobody else? So that's why I care for her so much. And the only person that took that as meaning I was for some reason her boyfriend was you. You only try and pick at our lives even more and try to find more reason to treat us like idiots. So we're going back to the main point I was talking about. Due to recent events, you're being taken to court. I think it's best if you get yourself a lawyer soon. Now, I'll talk with you more about all this in the coming days. I don't have the patience anymore to deal with you, or else my head is going to explode. So I'm going to take a break and let myself cool off.
Stop screwing around, you! What do you mean by take me to court? I haven't done anything wrong. You can't just try suing me for nothing, right? Are you listening to me right now? Listen to me right now, you freak! Listen to me, you dog. Are you really gonna take me to court for my money? If you go ahead and stop all of this court crap, I'll give you a small amount of money and then you should be happy.
I was starting to think about texting you here pretty soon, but it seems like you beat me to it and are still acting like you were better than me. Why is that? Anyway, if you think I'm only in this for the money, you'd be very wrong. There are other things I want taken care of.
Huh? And what's that? I told you that I'd give you some money and yet you still want more?
I don't really care what you tried to do, but I hate you enough now to not hold back from taking you to court. But if you really want to handle all of this outside the courtroom, I want you to not only give me some money, but also apologize to me right in front of all of the family. Of course, you'll be apologizing to your mom and dad. But I want you to apologize to Davis as well.
Oh, stop the crap, Lily. You think you can get my parents and family to laugh at me? Why do you think I need to apologize to you?
Seems that you still don't quite get it. Whether we go to court or not, you're going to have to apologize for what you did. After all, you literally hurt me and almost hurt my newborn baby. And so in that case, the right thing to do is apologize, right? But you seem not to understand that. Which means there must have been something wrong with your education.
A dog like you has no right to try to make fun of me, you freak.
Well, I tried telling you how I wanted this all settled out of court. Yet you still don't seem to want to listen to me. So I guess the next time we see each other, we'll be in court.
Stop the crap! I haven't done a dang thing wrong. This is all your fault. So why do you think I have to listen to what you've said? There is no way this is happening. What was all of that? Why was nobody listening to anything I said in the courtroom? You think I should just listen to that idiot lawyer of yours and settle outside the court with you? Everything is acting like they're better than me right now. You are going to pay for this, you jerk.
I'm not going to pay you anything after this. If you'd like others to listen to you, then perhaps you should listen to all that crap you plan to say before you spew it all out. I told you already that this is all due to your childish behavior, and that I'd never forgive you for what happened. And like I said, when in that ambulance, I told the police about all of this. I think you'll be taken away by them soon. So be prepared for that.
Taken away? You mean into custody? You're being serious back then?
I was. The way you acted back then was dangerous for my daughter and me. And I couldn't let you get away with that. So in order to protect my daughter, I had to become your demon.
Don't you start acting like you're doing any of this to protect that kid. I'm sure the police won't be able to get me. My husband has a ton of money, and I'm sure if I asked him, he could bail me right out of there. My husband may be working overseas right now, but the company he's with is from overseas. He has to work a lot all the way on the other side of the world, but he makes bank doing so. I'll make sure to use his money any way I can, and I'll be back out on the streets to come and get you. Too bad for you, you dog. I'll remember this. I'll make sure that you burn in hell with that brother of yours and your baby.
Well, that husband of yours has asked for a divorce recently. So I don't think you'll be able to afford anything.
What?
I don't think you understand me yet. I told you that I'll do anything to become your demon. And that includes getting your husband involved. Actually, even before that, I had to look into you and your husband a bit more. And I found out you've been cheating on him. The man you've been with is a handsome-looking bartender, right? Amazing. You go out to him to drink fine liquor. And then after that, the two of you go out and make love behind your husband's back, right?
Why have you looked into my life that much? That's my private life. I could take you to court for that.
You're too late, though. You're in the middle of going through the court system as we speak. And before you try and get your husband to understand you, I've already talked with him and shown him all the evidence. He may be overseas at the moment, but he can still get a divorce. So thank you so much for making all your trips with that bartender so obvious. It really helped me get more evidence than I'd asked for. With him knowing all of this, prepare to get an earful from him when he tells you the news. Your husband also knows about all the money he's been giving you has gone to that bartender. So he has every right to be more than angry. But even if you hadn't cheated on him, he also knows about the procedure you got to stop yourself from having kids. I always knew you hated kids, but never thought you'd take away your own ability to have them, huh?
You think he's just gonna throw me away for all of that? There's no way he could do that to me so easily.
Well, you throw them out first, right? So I'm sure you won't only be getting a divorce from him, but he'll be asking for a settlement as well. Good luck paying for all the damage you've caused. And I think I'll let you know this right now. I have no plans of going easy on you with the money I ask for. And even if you do lose everything, you'll still have to find a way to pay me. This is your direct path into hell. I hope you have a wonderful time.
No, this can't happen. I'm supposed to be on top. I've been to a great school and have an elite husband. Why won't anyone come help me right now? Hey, can't you at least let me off this once?
After that, Angela tried calling her husband to beg for forgiveness, but he rejected her coldly and they got divorced. She also tried to escape from the police in the courtroom, but they caught her and took her into custody, where she was ordered to pay us a huge amount of money. Along with that, her family finally had their say in the matter and everyone cut ties with her. They were so disgusted by her actions and wanted nothing to do with her. She was not charged with assault in the end. As I told my brother to let that go because I wanted to see her suffer in this society. However, we did get a restraining order against her, and so she can't come near me or my family ever again. She's now struggling to find a job and pay off all of her debt. And so these days, you can see her in filthy clothes, looking like she hasn't slept in weeks. She's a pathetic sight, and I have no sympathy for her. On the other side of the coin, I'm doing well, living my life with my happy family, and every so often, my brother comes over to play with his niece.